This is a Ko-fi exclusive. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to join the Discord to take advantage of all of the member privileges. Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ko-fi exclusive content for Factorio. We are going to be doing this mod scenario called Puzzletory. So that's what we're going to be doing. I really hope you all enjoy. Let's get into this. I've done a couple of these, but I haven't done all of them. So I'm really looking forward to doing this with y'all. So let's go. So here we are. We have our primary objective, which is to make 2 iron sticks and 2 iron gear wheels. And we can use a max of 9 items to complete the optional objective. Difficulty level of 3. We can clear the level, start the level, we can change the speed up to 4 times. We can show hints if we need to. And here's the quick rules. I'm not going to sit here and read through it, so we don't have to really worry about it. Alright. Confirm. The simple fix to this is like the second time I've recorded this, so it's pretty standard. But all we would do is place the inserters down, place these two here, and that will be the simple primary objectives completed. And then all we need to do is bring the items down to 9. So we can either use the belts and inserters, or we can use we're going to have to use the electric poles. So that's pretty well required here because of how it is. So yeah, we have to pretty well use the electric poles. We might be able to get by with less of these. We do have to have the inserter going into that, and since it won't matter if it's up here or down there anyway, it's not a big deal. So the next thing we could do, let's see, how does this fare? There we go. Start level. Oh shoot. Well, never mind. So let's go back with our power poles there and this inserter. We were 1 away from that one basically though, so that's a good thing. So that brings us down 1 item, but doesn't solve this problem. Now we're at 10 items, right? So there's got to be some other way of doing this, either with the power poles or whatnot, because we can do this. That might be all we have to do there, but I don't know if it's going to work right. See, because you only get the 1 input, so this will fill up eventually. Then it'll start doing this one. So yeah, okay, it does do it. It just takes longer. So that is going to be the case in some scenarios, that it'll take longer to get the optional objective than otherwise. But there we go. 9 items. 2 different sides. I think I got stuck on this one before. Anyway, we need to make 2 iron sticks and 2 copper cables and use a maximum of 3 items for the optional objective. We are going to try and make the optional objectives happen here. The first thing we absolutely have to have, no matter, regardless of if we're doing optional or not, is going to be a substation. The other issue we now have is we're going to be getting iron and copper here, but if we just play this, right, what's going to happen? This is going to take the copper, this is going to take the iron. We cannot edit anything here, that's already down, so all we can do is change what we have access to in our toolbar here. The main problem I see here is how do we get this to function? And I don't really know how you would do that with only 3 items. The difficulty level is 5, so it's supposed to be pretty difficult here. Because the thing is even though our goal is only 2, this is still going to produce. So no matter what, we're going to have to deal with that. If we delete this, that could reach there, but we only have 1 of those. So then we would have to do something like that. That's 3 items, but we have no power. So we have to power the assembling machines, right? That's going to be the main problem. See, this is where I'm confused at, because we can solve this by doing that's not how that works. Just going to take this side and put it there. What is that going to do? I'm just curious. We'll take the copper, put it up on the top, then the copper will go to the top. That's not what we need at all. We need iron to go to the top, so actually, what does that do? It's going to take okay, so if we just about that. Okay, so that completes the challenge, but does not complete the optional objective. So what does that do? The copper gets put up there too, so and since we can't change that, so that just basically does the same as this, right? Takes the copper up there, and then we just put the iron up there too. So yeah, so that doesn't need to happen. What we need to do is find a way to get the copper down here, the iron up there, in 2 items, meaning 2 inserters or 1 inserter and the long-handed inserter. See, the only place I can see the long-handed inserter really being used is going to be right here. Right? It doesn't make any sense to be... I mean, it could be used here, theoretically. But then there's no... You know, it just doesn't make sense. So maybe that one's just a ploy. Maybe we're not supposed to use the long-handed inserter. But then, what would we need to use, right? Because no matter what, the copper's always going to go on that side of the belt. The iron's always going to go on this side of the belt. So, unless we just were to do like that, I mean, that's 3 items, but does that do anything different? I mean, it takes the copper down there, but you know, it completes the copper, but then what about the iron? The iron still gets put down here too. So there's no difference in that, right? So what about this? Same thing. So I don't know what to do with this. I really don't. We might, I really don't want to use the hints, so we might come back to this later. We're going to go to the next level. And if you'll give me a second, I'm going to go take care of one little piece of business, and I'll be right back. But you won't even notice anything at all. Alright, back into it. For y'all, it was like half a second, wasn't it? Alright, so primary objectives. We need to make 10 wooden chests, 40 copper cables, 40 iron sticks, 1 landfill, and 4 walls. Optional objective, difficulty level 4, not use the filter inserters. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one, isn't it? These are filter inserters, though, so we just need to bring... Is there anything that's in the right spot? No, nothing. We need to bring copper up. So one thing we know about inserters is they place down on the far side and they pick up on the close side. And these all will place down on the bottom row. So that means that any inserters here will pick up from the top, and any inserters here will place down on the top. So if we wanted to take copper all the way up, we could do this, and then that should get the copper. No, I think we need to space that out a little better. So what about if we just did that? Okay, that will bring all of them up by 1. So are there any we need to bring up by 1? No. So, okay. So we can bring the iron plates down right there. And in this case, both the stone and the iron plates need to come down. So we can do that, and that'll bring both of them down, right? Yeah. So then the iron plates are in the right spot now. And we could actually do that. Alright, so the next thing would be, we then need to bring the stone down 1 more. And we actually need to bring the stone bricks and the stone down 1 more. So that should be fine. There we go. Stone and stone bricks are down. That's fine. So iron plates and stone are in the right spot. Next thing we need to do is we need to bring the stone bricks down. So this will put the stone bricks down, but it would also put the wood down. So we now need to bring the copper and the wood up. So the next thing would be, can we do this, and would it have any effect? Would it have the intended effect? Copper and wood up, copper wood up, copper wood up, copper wood up. It does. Then if we put these way down here, well, we can't put them quite that far. So, okay. Will that work? Copper, wood, copper, wood. It took iron to the top, not the wood. But it did separate everything. So the copper's in the right place. We just need to swap the wood and the iron somehow. So we run out of inserters now. So the next thing would be to possibly do that. Let's see what that does. it does the same thing as before. So then if we maybe space these out like that again, what will that do? The iron goes through first. So that's the problem, is the iron gets through first. So if we can bring the iron down later, will that do it? Still took the iron up first. Okay, so we need to bring the wood up earlier, maybe. So where is the wood going to be? It's down here, right? Yeah. What will that do? The iron's back up, and the wood's in the same spot. So this is not working. So maybe we bring this here and do that. What will that do? Well, let's first delete these, because we know that that doesn't need to be there quite yet. We do need to bring the copper, but what will this end up doing totally? Okay, we can get rid of this one as well. Iron stays there, wood goes up. Okay, does the copper never gets to the right spot, obviously. What happened to the wood? Why is the wood now is being replaced by the stone somehow? Why is the stone in the wrong spot? The stone's now going to the top somehow, because it got mixed up with the wood somehow. Okay, so maybe we bring stone down here and then wood up there. What does that do? Does that do it right? It looks like it's doing it right. Let's see if it stays that way. If it is, that means all we need is to get the copper plates in the right spot, and it is doing it the right way. So that means what we could probably do. Oh shoot! That's gonna mess everything up, isn't it? Yeah. So okay. So. Was it there that we had it right? No, the stone still got handed up for some reason. So, shoot. Alright, let's see. So, we know iron plates can go down right here and right there, and they will get put in the right spots. We need to bring the stone off before we bring the iron plates off. So that means pull it there and there. Then we just need to bring the stone bricks off before we put the stone off. So that could be right there. Okay, so then we don't need stone to go. Okay, so what's messing up here? So iron plates get put there, stone gets put there, stone gets put to the bottom because this inserter is being funky. So what about that? Okay, so maybe move each of these down one. What about that? Still bringing the other one down. If I do it that way. Sorry if I'm not aimed at the microphone right. Just really focusing in on this. So it's still bringing stone down here instead of stone bricks. So what I'm going to do instead then is pull these stone and stone bricks off before we put the stone onto the belt. So at the moment it's going to pull wood off, but if we can pull that wood up along with the copper plates before we get to the other ones, then it should work. So let's put iron there. Stone hasn't gone down yet because we need to put these here and that one maybe. Okay, it's bringing stone bricks up. The wood's going back to the bottom, but the stone is fine. We had a lot better earlier. Okay, so let's look at the non-optional solution. Let's look at just the basic solution for this. Obviously, we know there's some kind of timing trick, but we should be able to get the basic solution for this pretty simply. So, my thinking is that the more important ones, okay, so we would obviously just be able to do that. We'd be able to do this. Then I think that, as well as that, but then I think that this would need to be, well, we could use it for both, but we're just going to use this one for just copper plates at the moment. And then this one would be for copper plates. This one would be for wood. And then this one would need to be for wood. And that's it. So that's where we would put the filter inserters. Everything else needs to come down anyway. So, like, for instance, iron plates are now down here. Stone is now down here. Stone bricks should theoretically be down here. We then need to do that and this. And then iron plates need to come down another row as well. Let's do this. No, let's okay, so obviously those two are fine. What I'd like to do instead is to bring the, we need to bring the iron plates down before we put the wood up. But we need to bring, okay, we could bring stone down before, okay, so that's the same thing I just had. So the stone is now here. We need to bring it down again. We need to bring stone bricks down as well. We need to bring stone bricks down even further. So that should bring stone bricks down. Then it goes here. We're just going to test it. So then the iron plates would come down. Let's just test that. Yeah, that's going to do it. So that's going to be our non-optional test here. So then we know there's some kind of timing. So let's just, for instance, do this and see what happens. Everything's completely wonky. Let's come back to this one just like we are at level 2 at some point. Let's go to number 4. So we need to make an electric mining drill and possibly a rocket launcher. Hold on a sec, wait. We don't have any landfill? Okay, so we need to have space for 2 assemblers here. Need to have space for an electric pole. Really right there is where we need to have it, probably. Actually lower than that, one right there, probably.
So if we put this as mining drills, okay, this one as rocket launchers, they both use these same ingredients, so we have no splitters. Wow. Okay then. I think I'm going to move this over here. Give us a little bit extra space, but yeah, no splitters. All done with belt weaving. Okay, so we're going to do that and that. Actually, probably, well, we can use these. And then, oh shoot, how in the heck are we supposed to do that? Okay then, never mind. We're going to have to do this because we just don't have the space. See, there's not even, like, right there. There's not space. So, that's pretty well where the assembling machines have to be for this. This is just such a tight spot here, but okay. What's the difficulty on this one? Difficulty level 1 for just a single, but then level 8 for both. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so what I'm going to do... That'll work, okay. What'll that do? Okay, so even with the fast inserters, it's still pretty slow. So let's, huh, okay. Is there any other arrangement of assemblers that would make more sense? I really don't think so at all. Yeah, there can't be. So, okay. Man, how in the heck are we supposed to do this? I am lost on this, man. Okay, let's just do the single objective. Because we know that's going to be pretty simple. I mean, it really is just completely simple. We can just bring this up here. Because there's enough room for a belt? No. Okay, well, either way. We've got plenty of resources, so this is pretty simple. Gonna just that and mining drill start level. So that's, oh wait. Well, I could put one there just to make it, I mean, we have no limit to resources, so there's no reason not to, right? So yeah, so this would be the simple solution here. That'll make a mining drill, and there we go. But then, how do we run a rocket launcher along with it, right? That's the problem. Because that leaves us with no space whatsoever. Obviously, we can output, right? That's simple. But where do we input from? So what I'm thinking is, what if we were to output and input on the same belt? Because we could output there, and then if we were to run... Okay, so we would need to run power line in a slightly different position, maybe. Where could we put this power line? Okay, we could put a power line down here, and then put another one up top once we got it set up. So we could output there. But there's no way to connect that. That just sucks. It just sucks. Man. But that's got to be how you do it, is you output and input onto the same belt. I don't see how to get that one belt to curve with enough space for this assembler. To have an inserter into it is the problem. Okay, maybe I'm thinking about these assembling machines in the wrong way. Maybe there's another way to do it. Somehow, I just don't see how you could, like, putting it here doesn't really make sense to me. But I guess it might be something. Really, it just doesn't seem like that works. Because you can't output then. Right? Am I right? Maybe if I put it one up, that would then allow me to put the inputs there, output it down. Okay, so that would be an input and output there. But then how do I power this one? I just don't see a way to do that. So it's got to be like that. It's got to be. There's no other way to reliably input and output off of these. Now, it could be we need to output off of that, or input off of that as well, and run a belt this direction. But then where would the input be? Because, well, now there's no spot for an inserter. So it's definitely got to be like this. I don't see any other way to get around that chest. We're going to have an inserter there to go back into the chest. So somehow... Oh, wait a second. What about an inserter loop, or a belt loop? What about some kind of loop there? How would that do what we need to do? Or would it need to be, we need to feed into this chest? Maybe feed it into this chest, output it there somehow, and then input it into this other chest? I don't know. This is just confusing. I really don't know. Anyway, we're going to skip it again. This one, difficulty level 5, we may or may not be able to do this one, but okay. We need to make 2 copper cables and theoretically not use the inserter that we have, which is possible, Okay, I'm seeing options here. We can jump water with our underground belts. Power there, that's for if you decide to use the inserter, or well, actually it's to run this power line there, that's fine. Okay, so this is going to be what? Just a normal steel chest. There needs to be nothing in there, it doesn't matter. It's just going to block us with that inserter is all it's going to do. So we don't really want to go that way if we can help it. So where can we go from here? Not that way. Okay. Can't go that way either. So it's going to have to be this way, but that inserter is then going to pick it up and put it in that chest, and that's going to ruin it for us. So we don't want to do that. So we have to get this copper somehow over to this inserter without hitting that one. So the idea would then be to power it from down here. So that inserter is not powered now. That means we can safely run this belt here and not have to worry. We can then run this underground belt because that's an obvious choice. We can then run down here. Probably going to have to go over here like this. Turn around. Then up. Then, okay, we're going to have to go underneath this assembler. It's not going to work. But we can't go this way. So then, is this just a lie here? Should we not do that? We might not ought to do that. Okay, so then, we shouldn't do it that way. And we should run it this way. Can we run it this way? We can run it this way, alright, but we can't do that. So then, how do we do this then? Maybe come out a little lower here. Does that help us any? It doesn't really seem like it would help us any to do it that way. Oh, I'm kind of completely forgetting that with underground belts, you can feed into the side of them, so we could really just do like that. Of course, that doesn't help us at all, but we could. So where would that help us then? Not really there. Is there anywhere there? No. Okay, so then I really am struggling to see where that would help us. It'd be great to find a way to get up here from a different spot. Like, we need to come in over here. So the best way to do that would be... Well, there's not really a good way to do that. Other than maybe coming in from right up here. Coming in from the top would be a good way to do it, which we could do from here. But then we can't get... So that's not going to work. Okay. Okay, we could come in like this. And like so. Okay, so like that. So then like that. Is that all we have to do? Let's try that. It should... Oh wait, we do have to power this inserter at least. It should work. I think it'll feed onto the side of that belt there. So let's 2 times the speed here. It will not. That sucks. I thought it did. I think it has to be on the other side of the belt. So maybe if we were to redesign this. Will that do it? We're not penalized for using the poles there. So will this do it here? It will do it. Look at that. There we go. Feeding it all the way. Optional objective completed. That one's a lot easier, it seems like to me. But okay. All red chests are equal. We need to use 6 items max for the optional objective. We need 5 coal, 5 stone, and 5 iron. Split between the red chests, I'm guessing, because of the title. So we're going to have to hook up these power poles. Okay, so what? It wants us to have a power pole there and a power pole here. Okay, so that's already 2 of our 6 items. So then we need to have... Well, we have to pull out of these 3 chests and put into this chest. So that's the other... That's all but one of our items now. So... Man, that is going to be tough. How are we going to... What? So my question is, do they actually have to be equal? Or can we just feed these items into a red chest and it work? So I know this is going to be over, but... Oh, shoot. I know this is going to be over, but will this work? That's what I want to know. It does. Okay. So does that... Is that supposed to be a hint then for how to do the optional objective or something? No matter what we do, the power pole is not going to reach. So we have to have a power pole on either side. But the question is, so this has to happen, right? Well, no, we could do this. But that doesn't save any pieces, but it would put it both onto the same belt, so that theoretically does save a piece. That uses up all the pieces, though. So, okay, so we've saved a piece. We saved 1 piece. That's it. We need to use... Oh, shoot. That's all the pieces we have. We need to get the... Okay, so let's... Oh, no, because that piece is static, so that sucks. Okay, maybe it's just... It actually is smarter. No, because that's going to continuously pull. So it doesn't matter where we have this. That is how we have to do it if we're going to do it this way. So that's going to save us a piece no matter what. So this is going to be going into that. That's fine. But then the problem becomes, now we have to use 2 pieces to get this belt into a chest. So is there any other way to unload that stone? I don't think there is. That's the thing. I really don't think there is. We don't have anything else in our inventory. So we've got to unload it like that. Then... But we only need to use 2 more pieces. How are we going to do that? Because this one's too far away. That's the problem. That one's too far away. So no matter what, we're going to be losing a piece. Let's clear it. Make sure I didn't accidentally place any other pieces. No, I didn't. So, okay. So we're going to drop that and that. We know that much, right? And we know we need power pole to power those 3 inserters and to power these 2 inserters here. Is there a spot where another inserter might make a difference? Right there. Then we do this. Start the level. Bam. Everything's going into the same chest, but that completes the optional objective. So I don't know why these other ones are so hard to me, but I'm managing to complete these other ones. So, okay. Belts whirling. We need 36 copper cables and a maximum of 2 items for the optional objective. We have 4 belts, 1 inserter, 2 long-handed inserters, and a filter inserter. What happens if we just let it run? Does everything eventually get to this side at some point? All we need is the copper, right? So does the copper eventually get to this side? Oh, that's the thing, is it's gonna clog up this belt. So we're unable to make any copper cables because it clogged up the belt. So this is where a filter inserter would come in handy. As well as if we could use more chests other than these. But maybe... Oh shoot, what could we do with this? This is just a mess down here. There's no reason for anybody to build that. So don't build it in your playthrough. But man, that's what I'm thinking is being used here. And then I guess since the filter inserter is faster, we can use that to pull copper plates off. And then, so this would just be the regular completion, right? We could just do that just to make sure, although it should pull automatically. So this would be regular completion of it. Everything gets pulled off of that belt there, except the copper plates get pulled onto the other belt that they're supposed to be on, because the filter inserter is going to be faster than the long-handed inserter. Man, this is so stupid, so slow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, just insanely slow. And does that 1 copper being off on that side mean that we're not going to make enough copper plates? Let's find out. No, it does not. So we can lose 1 copper and be fine. So we then need to find out, okay, so how do we do this then? Because it's going to pull out all kinds of stuff. This is going to be so annoying. I mean, because we could use a filter inserter to pull any items we want off, right? We can pull the other 3 items off and be fine, but then how do we get them? We need to put them in a chest because they're just going to fill up a belt, right? That's the problem that I'm seeing here. Unless the idea is that we pull them off here. Coalstone uranium. Then do this. But then that just wastes product, right? That just, we don't have enough pieces for that. Well, we'll come back to that one. If y'all will give me just another second, I gotta go take care of one more thing. Well, at that, I think we're gonna end off this video for the Ko-fi content here, and I'm gonna add some more later on. But for now, this is gonna be what's on there. But anyway, thank you for your support, anybody who's watching this, because that means you did donate some a monthly membership, which is awesome. At the moment of recording, I don't have anybody, but yeah, definitely thank you so much. Really hope you enjoyed this, like extra well. Definitely look forward to some more. We've got 33 puzzles total to do, and we've only completed 7. Also, we've got 4 to go back and attempt to get better scores at. So yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. This is me signing off, and I've been producing videos. Goodbye. This has been a Ben Pro Vids Ko-fi exclusive. Thanks for watching.